In order to find ways to control the xenomorph species, experiments in genetic splicing are key to developing a strain of xenomorph that is both docile and useful to humanity. Understanding how the xenomorph DNA reacts to other species' DNA is key to creating this creature, and it's because of this Project Chimera was started on the world of Chimera. Today's briefing will cover Project Chimera and its ultimate creation, the Xenomorph King, or otherwise called the Rogue. Subscribing will grant you access to this data file, as well as all other data files concerning the xenomorph species and its many variations. Clicking the notification button will grant you access to the files concerning the alien hunters called the Predators. Project Chimera was a project formed from Professor Kleist's fruitful research into the DNA reflex. The ultimate goal of the project was to create a tame, controllable xenomorph queen. This would, in turn, be used to breed similarly tame, subordinate xenomorphs, and possibly be used to control other xenomorphs in a manner beneficial to mankind. To this end, Dr. Kleist began experimenting with gene splicing, a process of creating hybrids using DNA integration rather than active breeding. The Doctor was hoping to introduce non-xenomorph DNA into the creature's genetic coding, and thereby mitigating their innate natural hostility. Dr. Kleist made significant progress in this regard. He spliced the xenomorphs with other animal species, particularly docile domestic farm animals such as sheep, llamas, and some breeds of cattle. Kleist was successful in creating tame xenomorph warriors that would not attack humans. However, when Dr. Kleist attempted to create a queen with comparable properties, the project came to a grinding halt. All of the queen embryos that survived till birth were horribly malformed and ultimately perished before reaching full maturity. All the malformed queens became part of his collection of failures. With progress stalled, Dr. Kleist was losing his patience. The breakthrough was made when Dr. Kleist introduced human DNA into the splicing process. This DNA was provided by a captured Grant Corporation spy, John Cray. Adding human DNA led to the successful birth of the Rogue, an enormously powerful male xenomorph that, it was hoped, would be a means by which other xenomorphs could be controlled. In order to test how reactive the Rogue was to humans and whether or not he could control other xenomorphs, two tests were devised. The first test had the spy Cray placed in the same enclosure as the Rogue. The Rogue was intrigued by Cray, walking around him several times and examining him with his face tentacles, and ultimately ignoring him. It's been theorized that the King simply didn't see Cray as a threat, as he was tied to a chair and simply ignored him. The second experiment was to introduce a number of xenomorph drones into the enclosure. This did not go well for the drones. The creature proved to be instead to be ferociously and uncontrollably aggressive towards the natural xenomorphs and slaughtered all the drones that entered his enclosure. Kleist theorized that the Rogue saw the other drones as a threat to its very existence, whereas Clay wasn't. This resulted in the slaughter of the drones, and the Rogue sending out a silent scream to the Queen of the Charon Hive, a challenge she accepted. Needless to say, this didn't end well for the inhabitants of Charon, as the Rogue managed to break free from its containment and began a rampage through the colony to the Hive. Kleist's assistant, Grace, attempted to alert the facility to the containment breach, only to be ordered not to by Kleist, as he knew where the Rogue was headed and opted to allow the Rogue to reach the Hive. Upon reaching the contained Hive, the Rogue broke through the containment systems and allowed the xenomorphs inhabiting the Hive to swarm the colony, killing any humans they encountered. Information salvaged after the event indicate that the Rogue located and breached the Hive. It is in the Hive that the Rogue slaughtered the Praetorian Guard guarding the Queen. After this, it encountered the Queen of the Charon Hive and battled her. In spite of the Rogue's advantage in size and strength, he was defeated by the Queen's quicker reflexes, better speed, and higher levels of intelligence. After the Rogue's defeat by the Queen, Kleist ordered his assistant Grace to attack the Queen. This resulted in the wounded Queen killing Grace outright. This enraged Kleist, and he attempted to shoot the Queen with his smart gun. He was however fatally wounded by the Queen. She severed his arm. His severed arm clung onto the smart gun, causing the weapon to overheat, eventually causing its ammo system to explode, presumably killing the wounded Queen and Dr. Kleist. There was only a limited amount of data recovered by the Weyland-Yutani salvage crews from the ZCT facility on Charon, but what was recovered will allow us to recreate the experiments that led to the King alien, and maybe we can attain the end goal of a tame xenomorph queen. Thank you very much for watching this video. Remember, this briefing is classified, and as a result you must subscribe to this channel in order to receive additional data files, as well as additional clearances. You can attain these additional clearances by clicking the notifications key. This will allow you access to our early data files and be informed when we upload new ones. Thank you very much for watching. This is Wayland Yutani R&D, signing out.